The Motivational Shit podcast, Grand Rising on this beautiful Sunday, man. Let's get it. Hey, man. Hey, shouts out to Yale Entertainment, man. You know, we got, first of all, let me do an introduction to everybody, man. We got director Huey G, Made Solid TV.
Let's get it.
Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, we got my boy. We got my brother right here, Q, Crystallized Vision, man.
Yeah.
Bringing the motivation and the fitness style, bro.
You know? Get it.
Oh, yeah. And with no further ado, let me introduce the guest that we have today, man. Let's go and get a little drum roll, man. Hey. Bro, you got Watch the Drip, man. Big Drip, man. Community activist, motivational speaker, bro. What's good, man?
Yeah.
Hey,
Much love.
Right here on
love.
motivational shit, bro.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hey, let's get it right here on motivational shit, man. Real quick, shouts out to High Heels. I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying?
Love, definitely. All love.
That's love right there, man. But, man, Big Drip, bro. Finally, bro.
Yeah, feel
Finally.
good.
Yeah.
You know it.
Yo.
For real.
Yo, I see why they call you Drip, bro. Hey.
Yeah. Hey, gotta come with it on, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be left behind. Definitely never that. You know what I'm saying? I come first. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go.
Exactly.
Well, definitely.
Yo, definitely came up, man. Real dripped up, man. With the lemon pepper sauce.
Yeah. Love lemon pepper. Yeah. Keep it. Love it.
Hey, man, it's an ATL flavor.
Yeah, it's an ATL thing. I ain't gonna lie. ATL
exactly,
thing. That lemon pepper. Hot with that lemon pepper, however it go, you know, we be dripped out.
Exactly, man. I'll be curious if they ever put like some lemon pepper on like some tilapia.
I do it. What you mean?
I ain't did that.
What you mean?
I ain't did that.
Oh,
I
for
do
real?
that. That's
okay.
it. That's a city. That's
Put
it.
on everything.
On as
okay.
much stuff as physically possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? For real.
Alright.
On as much stuff as
Hey,
physically possible. I'm dropping that lemon pepper on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same way I dropped the drip, I'm dropping the lemon pepper on the food. You already know it.
I got you, man. Yo, man. Huey, bro, man.
What's going on, my bro?
Hey, what's going on with you, man? What's some questions that we got for Drip, man?
Oh man, drip, man. Man, how you define success, man?
I define success as a person who actually got a chance to experience and live their life as much as physically possible. You know what I'm saying? Got a chance to enjoy their life as much as physically possible. And got a chance to make a path for their kids and their family members and the kids of the world after them as physically possible. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You ain't got to be the biggest, but do as much as you physically can on this earth while you're on this earth. You know what I'm saying? It don't last forever.
Bro,
Q, how you define success, man?
Shoot, similar to him, just being able to do for you and your community as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Lead the world better than it was when you came into it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I watched one of your posts earlier too. You talk a lot about living in the now and making sure that you live every day to the fullest. Yes. I was like, that was powerful, because on the way here, I was like, damn, I'm late. I'm not living every day the best I could. I got to be better at, going into every day, intentionally saying, okay, today going to be my best day. Today I'm going to put my best foot forward. And you can only achieve that $1 million a day when you live in life that way. You have to live life as if, okay, I might make $1 million today on this podcast.
Yeah.
So you got to be on point every single day. You got to go into everything like it's $1 million on the table. So
definitely,
I peeped that. I was like, let me tap into it real quick before I go up here and talk to him.
Definitely, the thing is about that also is that even with you being not on time at certain times, ain't nobody around here perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have their issues and stuff. But as long as you do, like we talked about, the best you can do. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and put your best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And everybody gonna make mistakes, and I feel like that's where people get confused at, and I think like that's why a lot of stuff go wrong at, is that everybody be nitpicking on somebody being exactly this person or exactly perfect or pulling out. Nah, we ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We gonna make mistakes, and then we gonna try our best to correct and fix them as much as we physically can.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah.
What about you, Wayne? What's define success?
Man, Q and Drip already said it, man. Man, it sounded like this motivational speech that I was listening to while driving while driving up here, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Giving it your best, man.
Yeah.
You know, digging deep within yourself, putting it all your love, putting all your energy into it, man.
Yeah.
Not listening to that emotion that tells you to stop or hey, that's good enough today. Nah,
Nah.
Bash your limits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
I'm a big anime fan. I know you are too.
Bro, I'm about to try.
Drip, you seem
Go
too
ahead, bro.
hood. You seem too little too gangster for anime. You ever tap into anime?
I look at it a little bit, not really though. I ain't really no big anime fan. My years of anime was like Dragon Ball Z. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
That was my final
Respect.
years of anime was Dragon
As long
Ball
as
Z.
you got the Dragon Ball Z and you
Yeah.
get a little bit.
Dragon Ball Z taught me a lot.
Bro.
A lot.
And that's why I fool with anime
Yeah.
because you get, because I was gonna say go plus ultra. You know,
Yeah,
from my
yeah.
academica.
Yeah, my
it's like
hero.
going above and beyond. Plus ultra is like above and beyond your above and beyond. So it's like you gotta go into any situation and say, I feel exhausted, but I still gotta go a little harder. I still gotta push a little harder.
Yeah, that's how Goku was though. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
Goku
Dragon
and
Ball Z.
Vegeta, that whole little,
Goku made sure that no matter what was going on, he kept fighting. He kept trying to go forward in his life. You know what I'm saying? He ain't never stopped. You know what I'm saying? That what motivated me at times. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of other motivation definitely because I wasn't really into anime as much. But that's definitely one of the motivations is Goku.
You got the Super Saiyan hair.
Oh yeah.
He got the little
Hey,
Super Saiyan hair.
Future said best. Future said best, man. Hey, he dyed his hair. He said dyed his hair blonde with he said something about superhero or something in them lanes. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. He done said it. You know what I'm saying? He definitely implied that in a couple of his music, you know what I'm saying? And I understand, you know what I'm saying? The my hair is just a way of life though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Locks, you know what I'm saying, mean a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? A
your
lot to me and my
Rastafari
family. Huh?
You on your Rastafari tip?
Yeah, that, but mainly just me being who I am, a black person, you know what I'm saying? Like me being the person who I am, locks is a part of our lifestyle, a part of our heritage, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, to me, you know what I'm saying? I look at it like that, and because it's the way our hair grow. You know what I'm saying? If you ever looked at the way our hair grow, it grows and it really knots up, you know what I'm saying? It ain't doing that for no reason, you know what I'm saying? When your hair keep growing, the only way you not gonna have it knotting up like that is you either got some type of other descent in your blood that making your hair like that, or you put some type of chemical in your head in order for it to not just, you know what I'm saying, knot up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what they call them. They try to call them naps. You know what I'm saying? Whatever.
I know you a motivational guy. And I know you a street dude that was able to transition your life out of the streets and move into a more motivational arena. But how spiritual are you? Are you big spiritual? You woke? You on a woke tip? Or?
Yeah. Yo, like
you
man,
on a woke tip with it?
I'm gonna let
Drip
Wayne answer real quick.
So you know about the non-ether and how we electrical beings.
We're gonna let Wayne explain.
Yeah. So, you know, and that was a very good episode he did with the Sister High Heels, man. You know, it ain't no, in all actuality, it ain't no woke community. It's just one community.
Okay.
It's one community. Everybody got different levels of consciousness. Everybody sees multiple intelligence. Someone may be more wise on the street tip. Other person may be more wise on the intellectual tip. But to answer your question, Drip is highly conscious. Drip understands, his image and his messages, and he used that because he understands the science behind that, and he used that to be able to relate to the youth and drop seeds of knowledge.
Okay, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly.
Yeah.
He hit it dead on the knob. You know.
So they can't receive 19 keys. They can come down to you and get that gangster drip, but still get conscious.
Yeah. That's how it is. So it's mainly like. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to separate it. You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne just saying, I don't want to separate it. I want us all to be one and grow together. So in order for me to do that is for me to be able to touch into both communities. You know what I'm saying? Me to be able to investigate and know about a lot of different stuff in order for me to bring it back to the young brother who may not even think that that's the path he want to go on. You know what I'm saying? The young brother might not even want to think he want to go in that direction. I'm going to go ahead and be like, hey, look, bro, look at me. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what's going on, you know what I'm saying? You could still be that. You could still be the person who you choose you want to be, but also learn that you need to do it in the right way you know what I'm saying, and make it where it feels good and it lasts forever instead of actually having it last temporary. You know what I'm saying? You end up going to jail or dying behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's the temporary part of life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You get it last forever when you actually get into some business and get into some stuff that gonna actually teach you and grow you as a person. You know what I'm saying? And then you also still get to shine. You know what I'm saying? You still get to have fun. You know what I'm saying? You still get to go out, you know, turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that lasts forever though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? That's the lasting forever part I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I want to imply into this generation.
That's real.
Hey, Dylan, do you have the clip of the episode of him in high heels talking in regards to that manner? Because I do want to tap into that.
I first seen you actually watching the High Heels. And she asked you a good question, and I kind of took that question and brought it back when we interviewed High Heels. And I said, how do you bridge the gap? Because I like the question. That was before you was on here, but I just like when y'all had the conversation about bridging the gap. So if you could touch a little bit on that, which y'all was speaking on about bridging the gap.
Yeah, okay, so bridging the gap is getting more people involved. You know what I'm saying? The hood dudes that I do know, the people who have been on that path, and the people who actually have been, they look up to me, or they actually been communicating with me through DMs or text messages, just calling me or just seeing me in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Getting them more involved with what's going on so the other young brothers could know, and young brothers and young sisters could know exactly what's going on, and they could actually come over to, you know what I'm saying, to at least to the middle, so we can all meet on common grounds and try to change the way the world is looking for us as a whole. You know what I'm saying? The way the world looks for us as a whole, it's a lot going on. It's a lot of crime, a lot of crap that's really sinking us lower and lower. So my plan is to go ahead and meet us all in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We can all teach from each side.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
On different stuff that we know. You know what I'm saying? But as long as it's all positive, I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. As long as it's all positive, even if it's not perfect, you know what I'm saying, it's all positive. You know what I'm saying? So we can all make a understanding of what's going on in our community, so we can try to fix it as much as we physically can.
You ever tapped into Schoolie? You give me kind of Schoolie. Not Schoolie, my bad.
Who?
What's brother name that just passed?
King Von?
The light skinned one.
He talking about
Trouble.
Trouble.
Yeah, you give me trouble energy a little bit.
Yeah.
You ever you tapped into trouble a little bit?
Yes. I'm from Atlanta, born and raised. Yeah, that's one thing I imply all the time. I'm from Atlanta, born and raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my city where I was born at and raised at. Yes, man. We all gonna share certain similarities because we actually been out here our whole life. You know what I'm saying? This is where I've been at. You know what I'm saying?
I like his approach to it because y'all have similarities. I really like Trouble because, one, he's bad. Like, dude's an amazing rapper.
Yeah,
period.
definitely.
Awesome artist. I really wish he could have separated the streets a little more and really tapped into the craft
Definitely.
of rapping, because I feel like he was one of the hardest out of Atlanta.
Yeah.
Period. And he wasn't even super tapped into the rap. He was really more a street dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I realized your approach and your energy towards how he was moving. You feel what I'm saying? Like a street dude, he can give you that street shit, but at the same time, like, look, bro,
You game.
this shit ain't gonna last forever. That street shit not gonna last forever.
Nah.
If you just pistol toe dudes, that's not gonna last forever. There's no longevity in that field. You
No.
gotta learn how to bridge the gap, get some money, get some clean money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you just moving with the street money, eventually that shit gonna come back to you. It's
Yeah.
not gonna last.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
definitely.
You gotta move a different way if you wanted to have longevity.
And anybody who
I really
done been
like
in
that.
the system, done been through multiple altercations where they almost lost their life, they will understand that. You know what I'm saying? That the streets is just a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? It don't last forever. And anybody who ever would have looked at any documentaries or movies to know about the street gangsters in the streets, the people who was in the streets, most of them are always in the same predicament. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Either they die, they go to jail, they snitch, and they in protected custody forever, and then they eventually die. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's always a situation where it don't end good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't ever look at the normal people. You know what I'm saying? Even the working class people. There's anybody who's living a life. They live until the end, and they done enjoy their life throughout the whole thing. They ain't had to go sit down, get locked up. They ain't had to get shot at every day. They ain't had to get harassed by the police every day. They live their life until the end, and then they made it happen, and then now they life over, and they actually got a chance to enjoy and live their life comfortably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's the key.
Hey, Doc. All right.
That clip. Okay. Oh, I think I had tapped into this one too.
No audio?
Nah, no, I
I
don't.
don't hear it on the mic. I hear it.
For sure.
We still rolling?
Yeah, it's playing. No audio.
Oh. Okay.
It's playing no audio. Let's go though.
Okay. Well, yeah. Hey, man, that was a lot of knowledge that you was breaking down, man. You know, with everything that you said in regards to this conversation about bridging the gap, you know, it reminds me of how God worked. You know, the universe works in practical ways. So if God wants people whose skin is darker, whose melanin, to rise, God's not going to send a white guy or no
Yes.
Mexican guy
Definitely.
to kind of lead them. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Got to operate some practicality. Okay, so why not send someone like Malcolm X, someone like Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael? You know what I'm saying?
Tupac.
You know, Tupac. Exactly. exactly.
Yeah, sharp.
Someone that looked
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To elevate us, which has happened many times. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Definitely,
Bridge
definitely.
gap.
And that's the whole thing with me building, you know what I'm saying, even with the brands and stuff like that, like say for my book, you know what I'm saying, I got 2 books, actually published 3 books that I actually made and wrote, you know what I'm saying. It's all about education of the youth, you know what I'm saying. It's all about education of you know what I'm saying, like okay, so with the book it's education of youth, you know what I'm saying, starting from the beginning, from the elementary school stages, you know what I'm saying, and you actually learning that you can actually do more. You know what I'm saying? The book is called Amiri Stories, World Imagination. Is on Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You can type it in on Google, Demetrius Glaze, or you can type in Amiri Stories, you know what I'm saying, actually pull up the book and actually, you know what I'm saying, get it for your kids or whatever the case is. Because it's about early education on believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's mainly about. Early education on building and growing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you never know what you can do until you actually put your foot in there and try to do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what that about. So when the little youth, probably elementary school, they get a chance to see and read the book, they'll learn, okay, maybe, you know what I'm saying, like if I do this, you know what I'm saying, I can make this happen for myself. Even at the elementary school stage, you know what I'm saying? You never know when you're gonna learn what your path is, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I got other books, you know what I'm saying, an older book, more for the middle school, high school, more for like high school. I'm saying more for high school. Because it got some profanity in it, you know what I'm saying? But it's more for the high school, and it actually giving them a guideline on what path not to go down and how to choose the correct path. And that book is called Artemis's Roses, The World is Yours. That's on Amazon also, you know what I'm saying, under Demetrius Glaze. That's the thing about building character too, building who you is, you know what I'm saying, learning that, you know what I'm saying, you could do a lot more than what you actually think you could do. You know what I'm saying, for my young brothers that's in the street, in the struggle. You know what I'm saying, I also got Never Average, you know what I'm saying, the hats, you know what I'm saying, the brand, the clothes, whatever. And Never Average was built on also that. You know what I'm saying? You know, self-awareness that you are a great person. You are never average. You're bigger than what you think you is at times. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know that, you know what I'm saying? Because maybe somebody might not feel that way at that time, you know what I'm saying? And then when they do get the opportunity to get their hands on something never average, you know what I'm saying, it probably remind them every day. You know, they might wear it, you know what I'm saying? They might just see it, you know what I'm saying? It just remind them every day, you're never average, you know what I'm saying? It ain't just, nothing is based around just me. Because I know what my path was, you know what I'm saying, when I started getting older, you know what I'm saying? I knew that I needed to, you know, help more than just me. You know what I'm saying? It's multiple people out here that need help for real. You know what I'm saying? And I want to push that matter as much as physically possible.
Yeah. Seeing that you're on a motivational path, who influenced you?
Tupac, like I was saying originally. Tupac, I know I love Malcolm X too. Malcolm X, Tupac, who else? Those are my two biggest. Yeah, those are my two big. A lot of South. A lot of people from the South. I'm from the South, so a lot of people from the South. UGK, Ti at time, Labusi. Just different people from the South, but definitely Tupac. Definitely, Tupac and Malcolm X. They taught me to speak my mind. You know what I'm saying? No, don't hold it in. You know what I'm saying? You never know what that message may bring to someone else. You know what I'm saying? Even with the controversy that revolves around Tupac and Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? The controversy would make them human. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel. That controversy that I hear or that revolve around them type of people, even Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? They say he had all these mysteries and why. Now, the controversies that revolves around certain people makes them human to me. You know what I'm saying? At times when I was younger, going to church, you know what I'm saying, learning about certain stuff at church, it didn't give me the controversy side of things. You know what I'm saying? So I always thought I had to be perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because the only thing that the Jesus that I seen on in the book, so what I was taught about was the one that, you know what I'm saying, he did great things and just did great things. I ain't really see no controversy in someone who wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like me, which I seen from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you're not perfect. You're doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? And it kept eating at me to the point where, you know what I'm saying, it made me feel like I need to stray away from that. And that's why I'm on more like I say, we're trying to bridge the gap. So I'm more like on that. I don't want them to stray away from, being good, being a great person. I want them to go straight into it. You know what I'm saying? So in order for them to go straight into it, they're going to need to know that we're not perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're going to need to know it. That's the only way we going to fix it. If they know that we're not perfect also. You know what I'm saying?
Relatability.
Yeah, get some relatability. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was raised. And that's what taught me and grind me. So that's why I feel like I'm going to bring that back to the table. You know what I'm saying? The way Tupac, Malcolm X, you know what I'm saying? How they was, okay, they'll be, radical at one point in time. But then one time they'll be like, okay, look, now we need to sit down and, you know what I'm saying, think about it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that radical side of them what brought a lot of people that was in that bad area to the good area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what got you to this point? Like, if you could give your story.
From the beginning, I always been in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I was born in the streets. You know, in the hood. My mother ain't have a job. You know, on government assistance. You know what I'm saying? No cars. You know what I'm saying? My daddy was in and out of jail. You know, I had a stepdad. He was there for a minute in and out of jail also on drugs. You know what I'm saying? My mama was on alcohol, maybe on drugs also. You know what I'm saying? I can't pinpoint that because I ain't never seen her actually do it. But, I could tell that things was, the way it was growing up. I was born in the hood. I was born in Bourne Homes, west side of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that ain't what from South Side. I claim more like not South Side like Clayco, but I claim like South Side like Metropolitan, Stewart Avenue, Cleveland Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where I was raised up at. You know what I'm saying? I was born on the west side though, and it just was like poverty. You know what I'm saying? A lot of poverty, a lot of stuff going on that I actually got a chance to see growing up. I didn't get a chance to, I was doing it a little bit, but I didn't get a chance to experience it until I moved to the South Side. When I moved to like Metropolitan, Stewart Avenue, you know what I'm saying? That's when I actually got a chance to experience the street life. You know what I'm saying? I moved with my cousins. I moved my grandmother because my mother actually, so my daddy got locked up first. He got 96 years. I would think 96 years from what I know. Wow. He got locked up for a lot of stuff, robbery, attempted murder, stuff like that, stuff that I eventually got into that as I got older. But we're gonna talk about the beginning. Okay, so when he got locked up, my mother eventually got into a car. She got hit by a car actually when I was like 10. So it was like from the guy from 8 to 10. I think my daddy went to prison when I was 8, and my mama got hit by a car when I was 10. So I had to move my grandmother, you know what I'm saying, who was older, you know what I'm saying. She didn't get a chance to actually be strict on me, you know what I'm saying. Like I didn't have that actually strictness, like, oh yeah, you need to do this and that exactly, because she already had raised a certain amount of kids and she had and got older, you know what I'm saying. So it was like me and my cousins, all us stayed there, all us had situations. It was more like a group home because all us had situations where well, they mama them had this situation going on. One mama went crazy. One mama didn't want them no more because they were so bad, and it just was like it was me and 8 dudes in one house, and those are the guys who taught me different stuff, the trades of the streets, you know what I'm saying? Because they was young, you know what I'm saying? They can guide me in the right direction like a older father figure, you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't number like 5, 10, 6 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? So they was learning as they go, and I was learning as they go. So they was in the streets, they'll teach me how to, smoke, sell drugs, sexual stuff, anything. They'll teach me everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying, to the point where I was turned into whatever the product was or what was going on, you know what I'm saying, with them. So I was a street dude, you know what I'm saying? I had a couple older cousins that was smart, but, they got smart and they moved out, you know what I'm saying? And they told me stuff at times, but they already had their own life. Everybody had their own life. So the cousin that actually stayed with me, they were teaching me how to, sell drugs, do this stuff, whatever I could do at a young age. I was like 10 years old. So I learned behind them. And I feel like that's what guided me down that path, you know what I'm saying? Me being from a poverty-stricken area, me not having my mama and daddy in my life past 10, you know what I'm saying? And me having my family in the streets raise me, you know what I'm saying? Because my cousins in the streets, that's who raised me, you know what I'm saying? They was young. So me having younger people raise me, it kind of throw me off and made me actually go into the street life. And I lived the street life for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I started working, take care of my grandmother. She was older, like I said. You know what I'm saying? She always, she would tell me, you know what I'm saying, need somebody to help her out. You know what I'm saying? So I got a job when I was like 15. You know what I'm saying? Started working, helping her. But I was also still in the streets. So, I played my part in the streets, working, in the streets, working. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where I eventually let the streets take full control because I feel like the street money was more quicker than the working money. You know what I'm saying? So I let the streets take control. I end up going to prison. I ended up getting locked up for robbery. Same thing. Basically, my dad was actually locked up. He has locked up for multiple things, but armed robbery was one of the things that was he was on really. You know what I'm saying? So it's like father like son at times. So he had got locked up for that, and I got locked up for that right behind him. So it was like I had that was my first charge actually as an adult. I got charged when I was a kid, but that was my first charge as an adult, and they had actually sent me to prison behind that charge. So after I had went to prison, you know what I'm saying, I had learned a lot from being in prison with people who actually was locked up for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying, seeing young brothers younger than me in there locked up for the rest of their life. You know what I'm saying? They'd be smiling and playing, you know what I'm saying? It was this one young brother, he was smiling, playing cards, we were rapping together, just playing around, goofy, you know what I'm saying? We kids. He was in there, and then we was at a card game, and then they was talking about the situation about him having life, and I was like, it blowed me out the way. I'm like, bro, you got life, bro? You ain't with me. You ain't never discussed this. You got life, and I'm just sitting right here laughing with you the whole time, not knowing that you still processing what you got going on, and what you got going on is worse than what I got going on. And me and you laughing in the same predicament right now, laughing, talking, and playing like this ain't what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Wow. And his influence was he actually told me his story, and his story is part of the testimony also. You know what I'm saying? He was saying how he was he got into it with someone. The music, he was just riding the car. The music was, playing in his head or ride or whatever the case is. So his whole situation was, I'm about to go and ride on this dude. Because it's like, I'm not saying that all music does that, but certain type of music, you know what I'm saying, it'll pull you towards that. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have thought about it, but the music will enhance it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I need to go out there and do it. I need to go out there and do it right now because the music's saying I'm doing it. You know what I'm saying? We doing it. You know what I'm saying? So he eventually went out there and did that. He shot and killed someone, and he got to process and live the rest of his life in prison because of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's part of my life. You know, I had to learn stuff in prison that guided me in a direction that it was like, okay, but you don't want to be in here. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff to learn out there. I also talked to people from different backgrounds, had to learn different stuff about the world because I ain't never seen the world before. You know what I'm saying? I still was young when I went to prison, so I didn't get a chance to travel the world, go places. I met people who have traveled the world, and they were teaching me all this stuff about different parts of the world. You know what I'm saying? And that motivated me also to get out and actually, live my life. You know what I'm saying? Actually get a chance to experience something bigger than the streets. Because there's a lot of stuff that's bigger than the streets. And I want my young brothers to know that. You know what I'm saying? You can really enjoy life outside the streets. Really, really enjoy life. What you're doing in the streets, it ain't as fun as what we doing and what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying? Me going to beaches and going vacations and you know what I'm saying? It ain't near as fun. You know what I'm saying? Where I am just like living a life that I never would imagine. Me being in the most expensive cars, me being on helicopters, and you know what I'm saying? These are different lifestyles. Boats and stuff. These are different lifestyles, and this stuff is way more amazing than what I did in the streets. The streets was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna give on that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't as fun as what we are building now. And what I want young brothers to know that you could build at an earlier age. You ain't gotta wait till you my age. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? You can start building that now. You start building that at 18, 17, 16. I got a job when I was 15. You can start building that at 15. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the legal age to work, but you can work a little earlier than that. I think now. One of my stepdaughters, she got to work for me from her school. She's 14. So, you can start working at a young age. Build that money up. Take you some trips. Enjoy your life. You know what I'm saying? Have fun. You still can have the same type of fun. You know what I'm saying? But better fun and smarter fun that's going to last. You know what I'm saying?
If you can sit down in a room with your younger self, just you and your younger self, have a conversation, how would that go?
I think it'll go good because my younger self, he might have been bad, but he was smart. He ain't never been too bad enough where I wouldn't be able to talk to him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think I would if I could talk to him, I would be able to talk to him and tell him about this experience going on now because I know how my mindset is now, and I be looking back at my younger self because my younger self was in and out. Like I said, I was working and doing stuff at a young age. So my younger self was in and out. My younger self was never just all bad. You know what I'm saying? He would never just sit around like, I just want to do evil. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to shoot and kill. You know what I'm saying? That ain't ever been me. You know what I'm saying? I did stuff, but I was doing stuff for reasons at times. It was cause it was like, okay, I'm going to go out there and do something so I can get me some money so I can take care of my family, feed my family. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go out there and do something so I can go and enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? I've never really wanted to hurt people. You know what I'm saying? It was never really my thing wanting to hurt people. I just did stuff just, you know what I'm saying, for the fun of it at times or just for other reasons. You know what I'm saying? But it was never to hurt people, though.
Yo, with that point, our clip is ready.
Yes,
everyone
I don't know if it's
showcases.
the exact one, but I got something. We got.
All right.
That's who I named it because originally the person who was actually close to me was my grandmother. You know what I'm saying? That was the person who raised me. My mother got me locked up when I was 10, and my dad was in prison when I was probably like 9. So he went to prison for the rest of his life. My mom was already in the high school. She got raped and still in a physical messed up situation. So basically the only person I had was my grandmother. My grandmother eventually passed. She passed right before I went to prison. So when she passed before I went to prison, I went to prison right after she passed. I got a lot of time to spend with her. And I was blessed because of that because they let me out on bond. I was out on bond, got a chance to spend a lot of time with her, which I really appreciate, and I really want to bring that to the table. I want to talk about it. I really appreciate the time to spend with your elders because that is an important time because your elders actually are great people who actually can teach you a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I want the younger kids to know that too, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause we are becoming the elders. So when you actually get a chance to listen to us, you actually know that we are the people who actually can help you a lot during your life. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmother had passed, and I had went to prison, And then when I got out of prison, you know what I'm saying, I met a girl, you know what I'm saying, me and my girl who I'm actually with now, you know what I'm saying, she actually, we actually started, you know what I'm saying, being together, kicking it together, and we actually started having kids and stuff like that. No, I got her pregnant. So when I got her pregnant, that was my opportunity. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I figured I was going to have a little girl, you know what I'm saying, I figured I was going to have that opportunity to basically like, seem like I was going to have that woman back in my life. Because a lot of men are close to that woman, you know what I'm saying, even if they're their mother, their grandmother, a lot of men are close to that woman, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like I was getting that woman back when I was actually having that kid. So that's why it was so much of a strong connection, strong bond, because I feel like that was my grandmother being reincarnated into that baby, and that was my whole mindset. So I was thinking like, oh yeah, if I got my baby, then I got somebody forever. You know what I'm saying? Instead of actually, you know, me and my girl, we still cool to this day. Cause I'm blessed that me and her still actually close. But the situation is, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mentally, you know, any man or woman don't know if they're going to be with that person forever. So when they have a baby, you know that baby is your baby forever. You know what I'm saying? Like my grandma was going to be my grandma forever. You know what I'm saying? Until she passed. So that's what I was on. So when she actually had a mission.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, sir. Hey, you said you talk a lot about forever. What's your relationship with like heaven or like eternity? How do you feel about eternity and just forever in God?
I mean, I ain't gonna say I know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I know because I ain't been there. You know what I'm saying? My relationship with God, I do know that. You know what I'm saying? My relationship with God, I've been close to God since forever. Since as far back as I remember. I remember being in school and people used to be thinking I'd be talking to myself. I was like in 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know my relationship with God has been so strong forever. Because I could just go back and think about that. You know what I'm saying? That ain't that I programmed in my mind. That's something that I could go back and think about. People actually teasing me because I was talking to myself in 3rd grade. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't actually talking to myself. I actually talking to God. That was my friend at that point in time.
Wow.
You know, I ain't have all the friends in the world. You know what I'm saying? I think that when I had just moved to a new school, I had just moved from the west side to the south side. And I had that was my friend. You know what I'm saying? That's the person who I could talk to about anything, you know what I'm saying? And it feel like we was actually having a real conversation, no matter what we was talking about. And that's my relationship with God. But as far as the end, I don't know how the end is. I never been there. You know what I'm saying? As far as me knowing that I want to leave something, you know what I'm saying, for the people who still on this earth, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel more than anything. I feel like that's what's important to me. Knowing that I made an impact, knowing that I made some type of impact. Even it ain't gotta be the biggest one in the world, you know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. I don't you know what I'm saying? I'm not on it. Because everybody wanna be the biggest in the world. That ain't me, you know what I'm saying? I just wanna be as good as big as possible. You know what I'm saying? Big as, you know what I'm saying, as many people could gravitate towards me and learn something. I don't care if it's 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, 5, 10,000, 20. I don't care how many people it is. As long as you get a chance to learn something from me, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate it. And long as my kids get a chance to know me and experience me, you know what I'm saying, and get a chance to benefit off me in some type of form, way, or fashion, I'm with that too.
That's cool. Did you grow up in the church?
Like I was saying, with the church situation, my grandmother was definitely in the church, but I didn't grow up in the church. I used to go with her sometimes, but not really like that.
So what brought you to that point where you in 3rd grade and had a close enough relationship with God to the point where you could have a conversation with him?
I feel like it's the innocence. It's the innocence. And sometimes some people lose it. I never lost it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, even when I was in the streets, I still was a good person. I just did, you know, bad things, but I was a good person. All in all, I was a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, all in all, anybody could say anything about me or go back and, you know what I'm saying, I don't get into altercations and then like that. People could say, oh, yeah, he did some things, but he was a good person. I know he was a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually got a chance to kick it with him, be around him, and he was a good person. His mindset wasn't kill, murder. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't his mindset. His mindset was always, you know what I'm saying, we could do something bad, you know what I'm saying, maybe, you know, this was going to happen, but at the end of the day, I'm probably going to get some money off of it. I'm probably going to, you know what I'm saying, build stuff up
You
off
seen
of
that
it.
music video from Trouble where they had Big Bang Black. He was praying on the Bible before they went in. They hit the lick on the Mexican house or whatever.
No.
You didn't see the music video?
No.
But they had out on video basically.
You talking about it's time? You talking about it's time? It's time.
I want to say, but it's basically because
Okay.
his whole testimony was right before he got locked up. He went to rob this house of a whole bunch of money. The stripper had told him about this Mexican. He got all kinds of money and stuff. So they went inside his house and robbed some millions from him. But one of the dudes he was with ended up shooting and killing the guy. And the police came and he ended up having to do hella time for it. And that's kind of what got his life on the straight path because he almost died during that altercation. But the biggest part of it was they prayed before they did it. And his OG prayed over him before they did it. So I feel like that's kind of that medium between God and the streets. Like, I know I'm doing wrong. I know what I'm doing not necessarily right, but I know at the end of the day, this is all I got. This is the only way I know how to get money. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the streets. I gotta rob somebody. How we get the money?
You can't be blamed from the way you was taught. You know what I'm saying? We all kids at one point in time. You can't be blamed from the way you was taught because you was taught these things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? These ain't no things that you and put into your own head. Something or somebody had to put this into your head. So that's the innocent side I say about things. And my girl, she say the same thing. The innocent side of things. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point in time, you're innocent. It's just what people are putting into you. You know what I'm saying? Pouring into you. Everybody pouring different stuff into you. So that's what ended up happening. We all in the streets at one point in time. You know what I'm saying? This is the way of life. You know what I'm saying? This is what they teaching us. Ain't nobody coming in, stepping us, teaching us too much different. And even if it is one person, it's 20 other people that's teaching us bad. You know what I'm saying? So you
environment.
Yeah, so you got it like you almost gotta try to. That's why I'm trying to get into it more and more and more. And I've been working on it. Definitely, I have been doing it, but I want to get more and more into it because I want it to be 20-1 on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be 20 people teaching good and that one person saying, "Oh yeah, they're bad." Because it to the end of time, it probably be a never a perfect world. Never. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the situation is we need that 20-1. We need it. We need it. You know what I'm saying? And in order for us to get that is if we all come together, you know what I'm saying, us as people, you know what I'm saying, and get the people who actually fit with these people, the people who grew with these people, you know what I'm saying? Like the people like me, you know what I'm saying, in particular, who would just be like, okay, look, bro, you know what I'm saying, man, you know what I'm saying, they look at me, man, you the same. You know what I'm saying? Man, you the same. You can just look at me and see that, man, you are the same. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to guide you in a direction that's going to change your life. You know what I'm saying? And make you not feel like you the same as whatever street dude or whatever rapper is rapping about negativity. I'm going to guide you in a direction where you going to feel like, nah, I ain't that guy. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. You know what I'm saying? I know who I am because I actually got a chance to see for myself who I really am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, definitely. And that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to guide in different direction because there's so many people out here that's pushing so much negativity and it hurts me a lot at times to hear people pushing kill your brother on your brothers. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me so much at times. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that that's what they saying. They saying kill your brother and they pushing it on your brothers.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And that's messed up, man. I don't feel like that's the way to live. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you should enjoy your brothers, enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy it as much as physically possible. You know, I ain't saying not to protect yourself. Protect yourself. Definitely protect yourself. Don't let your guard down now. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, don't go with ill intent to go and kill your brother for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For nothing, just because he's in a different hood you from, or he's a different gang you from, or maybe y'all had misunderstandings in the past. Don't go straight forward to kill your brother. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not the way to go. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways to go about it, other ways to approach the situation. You know what I'm saying? You could be out here living your life. Instead of trying to kill your brother, you could be out here enjoying your life.
Trying to
you know what I'm saying?
brother, trying to kill your brother.
Yeah. You can be out here enjoying your life. You ain't even got to think about him all the time. You could be thinking about your kids and your family and going out here. And even if you single and you out there and you a single man, you out here messing with females, you can be out here with the females.
Yeah, why you want to be with your brother so much? It's time to go get your queen. Why you want to be with your boy?
You can be out here with the females enjoying your life. You ain't seen the females?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is you blind? But you worry about killing
About your
him.
boy.
You worry about killing him. You want to kill him. That's what's gonna get your rocks out.
That's crazy.
I don't see it. I can't even growing up. I can never see that. You know what I'm saying? When I was young brother. You know what I'm saying? I seen the females. That's what I was interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, what dude? I don't even know him.
Yeah,
Look.
I don't even care.
Look, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on with them? If anybody go on my page or go through any of my stuff, you know what I'm saying, you gonna see a lot of that, a lot of fun. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's innocent fun, you're gonna see a lot of fun. And that's another guide to the young brother. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the fun. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see that fun. I'm not gonna hide it from you. You know what I'm saying? I can get tired of hiding stuff. Nah, I ain't hiding it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see that fun. You're gonna see me enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that you could be doing with your life. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna hopefully want to incorporate it in your life instead of thinking about killing your brother, because that ain't what I'm posting on my page. I'm not posting that.
That's big.
I think we'd take a little break. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of game in the first half. We're here with my boy Q, Light Worker Wayne, my boy Drip. Man, we're going to get back into it, more of his story, more of everything. You know, take it back to you, Dollar.
Shoot, let me actually
Oh,
that ad,
damn, my
bro.
bad. I jumped up the...
Oh, sure. Well, until we
I
close
jumped
up, I want to ask you this too, just in alignment with what you were speaking on. I just want to add to it. I feel like that's why the rappers and our whole music, our whole culture has to be changed. And I feel like a street dude like you coming with something different, you writing books, and you telling a whole different narrative. I feel like that's extremely essential because so many kids, like you said, the 20 to 1, it's 20 rappers talking about killing. It's only one brother talking about reading books. It's only, one or two brothers trying to rap positive or rapping consciously. You feel me? I feel like that narrative has to completely switch. We need 20 writers. Black people need to be popularized as writers, educators,
and builders.
Speakers, builders versus, okay, we rap about killing each other.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
That has to change. That has to change right now.
Hey, cue the break, bro.
Hey, man, so it was a good first half, you know what I'm saying? Let's take it to you, Dollar.
Coming at you live on Saturday mornings, the Mail Review. Join me, Mark L., TR, Josh the Intern, and Dylan Yale. Come kick it with the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We out here doing extraordinary things. Find out how men really think, how the world looks through our eyes. We talk about all the things that affect males. Tune in and check us out on the Mail Review, the gentlemen that are going to take you there from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here on Yale Radiocast.com. Get the business. Hey, thank you for tuning in to Yale Radiocast. Listen, business owners, people that are entrepreneurial in spirit and need to get their business out there, contact Yale Entertainment. We will advertise your company. We will advertise your brands with a listener base that covers the globe. We offer a variety of packages at affordable prices. Call us at 678-586-9241. If you need to email us, you can contact us at yaleent1@gmail.com. If you need to get your business out there, contact Yale Entertainment to get the business.
Let's get it, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Big Drip, man. Watch the Drip, bro.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Drop
Hurry
some
up.
jewels.
Run and do that. Right now. Go ahead.
I want to highlight, right, this is an individual. Her name is Siobhan. She is a speaker, marketing exec. She has been she has over 20 years of marketing. Her story with her son has been seen on ESPN and other channels as well, such as BET, talking about her struggles and triumphs with her son's unfortunate death due to mental health. But I want to highlight her services. Anybody who's a speaker getting into the game, you definitely need to tap in with her. She does her consultations that provides information, can tell you about how to market yourself, can tell you about how to better give that value as a professional speaker. Like she did amazing work with my speaker resume. That's something every speaker needs to get. It takes your value up to a higher level. So make sure y'all follow her, on IG. Her name is Siobhan. make sure y'all tap into that, man. Y'all shoot her a DM, man, because hey, we gotta get the game, man, and she got it. So, you know, saying with that right there, though, I want us to go lead to our clip that we're going to view today, since it's mental health awareness, man. This clip actually deals with mental health. So, hey, let's go ahead and tap into it.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
Let's get it. Gotta pull it up so we get it.
You know what let's get it mean, right?
Let's get it. What it mean? Shit, let's get it.
You don't
Let's
remember
go
what it
get
mean.
it. Let's go get it. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure. Let's get it. Audio.
Here's something.
Seems to have some mental health issues. The man got on the
I do,
subway
which
car
is
and
crazy.
he began to have some aggressive speech, saying he was hungry, he was thirsty, he didn't care about anything, he didn't care about going to jail, he didn't care that he gets a life sentence. Now, as he was moving closer, some man, unidentified veteran Marine, came up behind Neely and took him to the ground in a chokehold. Now, this chokehold lasted somewhat 3 minutes. Mr. Neely was transported to Lenox Hill, where he died of compression to the neck. And Wednesday, his death was ruled a homicide. Now, let me talk about this. Some people are going to try to bring up maybe some of his recent issues, and you're going to say, aha, well, he's been arrested 40 times. He had hit a woman in the face in November 2021, and he had a felony warrant at the time of his death. I understand all of that, and I'm not discounting that. But I don't know what that has to do with this particular situation. And whatever he was on trial for in the past is not what I'm talking about today. I really want to talk about, it seems that the young man had a big mental health issue. And because of his mental health issue, somebody else, decided to take him to the ground, suffocate him. Now we're going to have the Black Lives Matter thing coming in, all of that. I want to say something to the black community. If it was us as black people on that train, somebody could have took him down, but we are not gonna. I don't think that the brothers are gonna try to kill a guy. You know what I'm saying? He was a schizophrenic. He's PTSD. All of that. And I know the guy might have been scared, like, yo, if I let him go, he might hurt me. I can understand this, but we also have to see something very clear. Other groups are not going to have sympathy on us as
when your lawyer tells you not to start a war, you should listen.
Freaking advertisements.
Oh, man.
as we would have for ourselves. It's so many times that we have seen, black people with mental health issues encountering the police, white police officer, the white person kills them, and all of that. And again, I know people are saying like, yo, well, these groups of people are standing behind him, holding his arms and stuff like that. And again, I haven't seen the whole entire video, but you got to understand, these are not black people, right? They are never going to have the same amount of humanity for you that you would for yourself. And once you start to figure out that if something is going wrong with you, we need to have, as a community, more compassion for each other. Definitely, we need to be able to feel more safe around each other if we can. I won't use the word safety, but more compassion. Because when you get around these other groups of people, they're not going to have no compassion for you. They're not. And they don't feel like it's their job to do so. And they won't. Literally, other groups of people can kill you where you stand because they feel like your life is not worth anything. And that's the danger you run when you deal with other groups. And I want to tell you that as a fellow African American that cares about you, I love you, and many of you are going outside every day, nobody knows your story. Nobody don't know what you went through. There are people that know this young man. They have known him his entire life. And they know this young man as somebody who is not evil. I know he had he had some problems, stuff like that, but that's how his family sees him. His family sees him for being a young boy. Some people talked about that he was, doing the moonwalk on the subway. He was very talented and things like that. He was a very nice person. So that's how your family and friends see you. And that's great. And I know that how we may see the young man, and some of us, even black people, might say something crazy. But that's not how his family that's not how the world sees you. When you're a black person, and even...
Yeah, so that was a clip about that unfortunate event that happened in New York to that young man who dealt with mental health issues, man. Drip, I want to hear your opinion first about, all that and everything that that gentleman O'Shea was saying.
Okay, so my opinion on that is that the fact of the matter that we know that no one will have sympathy for us except each other, you know what I'm saying? And that's what goes on in our, even outside our community, but in different situations. But on the other foot, they will do us a certain type of way, and it'll be looked at like it was nothing. But when we do something to them, now it's looked at like basically a real crime. Instead of when they do something and they look at it like it's, he was trying to defend himself or he was trying to... that's the way that they'll look at it for them. But when it comes down to us trying to defend ourselves in certain situations, we looked at as murderers, robbers, killers, or whatever the case is, because we just trying to defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We trying to defend ourselves and our family. The situation with that is I feel like the young brother just was being him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the person had no sympathy, and they was just like more like it doesn't matter if that person lives or not. You know what I'm saying? They feel like the person was disposable. They feel like the young brother was disposable. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they feel about us in general. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's just the whole. They feel this about us in a whole, that we are disposable. You know what I'm saying? That whenever we do something wrong, whatever it is, the slightest little thing, throw away the key or kill them. You good. You're going to get out. You're going to get out. You're going to be locked up. You're going to go through your little trials and tribulations for a little year or a couple months. You know what I'm saying? You'll be right back out, though. You know what I'm saying? And that dude that did that, even though how much we don't want to see him get out, the way the system is designed, it's not designed for us. So until we actually get more into it and build it and fight it, because it's hard to help build it because they fight against us as much as possible. We got to fight it. We got to fight the system because that's what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? The system is built and designed to destroy us. And that dude on that train felt like that man, that young boy was disposable and that he was useless. So he did what he did. He could have held him down for a second. He could have held him in a different way. If he was a Marine. Yeah. He could have held him down a different way. He's a Marine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like you I'm pretty sure you're stronger than this man. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you're stronger than this young boy. Boy, my bad. I'm pretty sure you're stronger than this boy. You know what I'm saying? That boy looked small. He wasn't a big boy. You know what I'm saying? He could have held him, bear hugged him. You know what I'm saying? Until the police arrived, told somebody to call the police. If the young boy was actually doing anything to him. You know what I'm saying? Don't touch nobody if they ain't doing that to you. But I'm saying, even if the young boy was doing something, he could have bear hugged that young boy. You know what I'm saying?
He was just singing. He gets in these things where he was singing and but also complaining about he's hungry and this and that, and that other guy got irritated and decided to take action on his own.
Yeah, and that's what they do. Like I said, he feel like he was disposable.
Yeah.
I mean, but that happens on New York train and Atlanta trains. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's people out here, you know what I'm saying, and they do certain things, but it's like us. We turn the other cheek. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at it like I ain't talking about with the other race. I'm talking about with us, with our own race. You know what I'm saying? We may see somebody who's mental health or going through certain things, you know what I'm saying, we just look the other way or we just go to the other train, you know what I'm saying, switch trains. Or, you know what I'm saying, if we really feel that offended, we going to just go to the next train, you know what I'm saying. We ain't going to take action and actually try to hurt that person because we know that person is obviously going through stuff, something is going on mentally in that person's head. So it's like we just try our best to avoid it as much physically possible. You know what I'm saying? That man, he just felt like he wanted to do that. Yeah. That was his true intentions on the inside. That wasn't nothing but true intentions because he could have battled him. He could have did other different ways. He was Marines. He could have did a lot of other things, but he chose to do that.
How did he kill him exactly?
He strangled him.
He strangled him to death?
He went behind and choked him and had his arm on the guy's neck.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's sad as shit. That's sad. And then I can feel for that deeply. My brother's actually schizophrenic. So I understand what it's like to actually deal with somebody that's schizophrenic. And it's crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That shit is a lot. If my brother don't take his medication, he is off the chain. Yeah. And it's difficult to see that as somebody that doesn't have proper education on how to deal with somebody like that, or just never seen nobody that is actually schizophrenic, because it manifests in people differently. With my brother, it's almost like a Tourette's, where he has twitches that he can't help, or he'll have conversations and stuff like that. It's more so like sayings. Like for him, it's like he has a couple things that he just says repeatedly, or if he hears something that's funny or something that like triggers him, he'll just stay on it constantly. Yeah. And very energetic. So I can feel for that a lot. It's extremely sad because I can't imagine if my mom wasn't set up like she is and he didn't have a family ecosystem around him. I mean, he would probably be dead because there's no way he can survive on his own in society. He just couldn't. It's like he's like a child in the head. You know, he's fully mature. He can handle himself. You probably wouldn't even notice it unless you've been with him for a while. You'll start to see, okay, damn, what's going on with him? Something kind of off. You know, but the fact that somebody strangled that man to death just because he didn't understand his disposition is sad. It's very sad. People, we need to talk more as a community. We need to be more educated as a community. Speaking shows like this need to be more widely used and utilized. I feel like everybody needs to go through a certain vetting process to the point where that we have community meetings and we can say, okay, this person, like the Michael Jackson dude, apparently he was super into Michael Jackson and how Michael Jackson moved, that he idolized Michael Jackson. We ought to have community meetings to say, hey, this person has this going on. Let him do him, or, move him this way. We don't have no kind of community organization, and I feel like that's why so many black people are killed. Black men are forced to live in your type of situations where it's 8 brothers in one house with a elderly grandma that can't really move, can't handle herself by herself, and now she got to deal with 8 other young men. There's no reason why us as a community should have to live that way. We need organization. We need just systems in place to organize us, and that's what we don't have. That's what slavery put us in, and a lot of white folks and other races don't want to talk about that because I feel like black people, we are the ones. We're the original man on earth, whether people want to admit it or not. We are the original people. Everywhere you go on earth, black people have been there and conquered and ruled. But because of slavery and this slavery narrative that we constantly get fed down our throats, we don't realize that, damn, we really was the kings and queens of the whole world before slavery, before 400 years ago. You know what I'm saying? We've been running this. So we got to come back into our royalty and come back into our organization and take control of our own selves, because nobody else is. Asians is not finna come in our community and organize us. White people are not finna come in our community and organize us. So it's on us to organize ourselves because nobody else is going to do it.
Yeah, right. Let me add a little piece into, I've got going. But what you were saying was basically the people who do get the money, they go off and they go. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. That's the problem with our community. Because if we had more money into our community, we'd have these programs. We'd build more centers for us to do this. You know what I'm saying? And then we all come together and build. You know, we got these centers where we all come together, and then these kids come in here to play basketball or whatever the case is. Yeah. They come in there, they talk to us. You know, we there. You know what I'm saying? For everything they need. So
I got I agree with y'all, but I also got an opposing opposite opinion. Okay. Me being in the field of mental health for over 30 years, working with people with schizophrenia, depression, different diagnoses, some on a special spectrum, some that's lower functioning, higher functioning. In my class that I teach every Wednesdays at LRC, I always teach them that at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck that you have a mental disability. No one cares that you're labeled special. You gotta manage that. You gotta use your coping skills. You can't go and flip out in these scenarios and this and that. Now, what happened to the young man is unfortunate. That other guy, that white guy, had no rights to do that.
No empathy. Other cultures don't have no type of empathy.
The other guy had no empathy. But at the same time, I don't know too much about that young man's life. I don't know if he had a parapro or a case manager like me. I don't know if he went to a mental health center. But if that was in place, he would have known how to use some coping skills to manage that. Because you see, what ends up happening with a lot of them that gets in group homes, if they don't have a person like me coming through, or they don't get in these support groups, what they do is they don't manage, they never do, because of their disabilities, it's harder for them to do any self-work. But what I have found in my journey, every being has to do some level of self-work, no matter if you label special or this and that, no matter if you label schizophrenia. And some of them, they may not be able to do it because their disability is just too much. Okay. But some of them are higher functioning. Some of them ain't getting pushed. Some of them didn't have a father. Some of them don't have a person in there that could tell you that, hey, I know you're dealing with anxiety, but you could overcome that. Like, I was mentoring a young man who was 28 who had anxiety. His anxiety was so bad, he never wanted to leave the house. I tried to motivate this young man. I tried to give him coping skills. Yeah, he took medication for it, but it goes beyond that. At the end of the day, no matter what label they got, they have to manage that shit. Yeah. They have to manage and control that shit. And it is opportunities. It is community events. We just had a community event, Managing Your Mindset, where we gave free therapy. Sean of Healing Havens gave 10 people without insurance free therapy sessions. Isaiah Zimmerman, who we had on Motivational Shit, his whole community is about helping individuals with special needs, providing rental, providing utilities. These events are out here. I'm tied and connected to a lot of them. But I need our people to start, just like you said, to grow the hell up and to start managing this shit ourselves, to start taking this shit seriously, to come to the managing your mindset, where you get free therapy and to start utilizing these. There was a kid in my neighborhood who had a speech and problem just like me. His dad got locked up. His dad was in a gang. His dad teaching his own kid to walk the same path. Now, the neighbors knocked on my door and told me, hey, can you please talk to him? So I talked to the kid. I said, okay. I was talking to the kid. I gave the mother of that kid my insurance information, my card, for if we could continue following up, for I could have another therapist assist. She ain't never hit me up. I went back to the neighbors and was like, hey, what's going on with such and such? And they like, hey, man, I don't know. And I passed my card again. You know what I'm saying? She never hit me up. I need these, because I'm involved with a lot of kids. I mentor a lot of kids. And some of these mothers don't take that shit seriously, man.
Okay, so...
Bitch, I need you to goddamn call me or call some fucking services.
Let me jump right in there where you're...
Because I'm passionate in this.
Right there, Wayne. Yeah. And I was going to actually jump to that part. My first son, autistic. So I have a little bit of understanding with the ideas. One of my closest friends... His wife's son is autistic. The problem is the parents are embarrassed of what the situation of their kids. And unfortunately, the parent doesn't understand the resolution. So the parent is hoping that the community has the answer. Well, it goes back to the fact of the community. You would love that idea in theory, but at the end of the day, it starts in the household. And if this is something that you have to be, you're the parent 24/7. You don't get to be the parent 8 hours and then ask light worker Wayne to do more for what my child needs than I am going to do. So you kind of like circle that, like, nigga, I need you to be true. But it's an embarrassing thing to say, it is. It's like, everybody wants the best out of their child. My child is just as normal as yours. My son, my daughter don't have these issues, but it will happen. And it's a rising thing. And families, parents have to start in that and be more involved. You have to be willing to say, I'm going to be the person that's going to be up late 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning to figure out how to communicate with my son. They brought my son to me. He doesn't want to talk to us. Well, are y'all trying to reach him where he at? Yeah. He ain't going to want to talk to you if you want him to reach you where you at. No, he's the one with the issue. You got to catch him where he's at. Mm-hmm. You actually got to come to his level, his mindset, where he's at. So, unfortunately, the parents don't have the answer.
And I see where both of y'all at with it. And then my situation is, where I plug in at is that I feel like we not going to be able to fix nothing all the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's growth. You know what I'm saying? It's time. It's a time frame. All the kids ain't going to be saved during these processes that we doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Every last one of them not going to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they're going to take them time, even if they raised by good parents. Because, me and my girl, we are great parents. We do a good job for our kids, but our kids still do stuff. You know what I'm saying? They still get in the midst of, they still, you know what I'm saying? Stuff still happens. So I feel like all this stuff is going to take all of us, all of us, you know what I'm saying? The parents, you know what I'm saying? The mentors, you know what I'm saying? The mental health, you know what I'm saying? Instructors. Everybody going to take all of us to come together as a whole, you know what I'm saying? And keep pushing this. And Jack said it ain't going to be perfect. That's why I don't script. That's why I'm not so stressed about it, because I know it ain't going to be perfect, you know what I'm saying? So I don't be trying to, my head don't be hurting and then like that. None of that, you know what I'm saying? I do the best I can, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get out here and I'm going to do it, just like everybody that came before us. The Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings, they did the best they could. You see, it's still messed up, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's still stuff messed up, but they did fix a lot, though. While they still messed up, they fixed a lot. They fixed this, they fixed that, they fixed a lot right now, but it's still the whole messed up right now. Whole right now. They fixed this, though.
And that's the thing, too, because, and then going to what like Worker Wayne said, we need that passion. We need people that's that passionate about community and that passionate about each other to make the movement. But me dealing with my brother, I've cried so many nights just sad, because he's 36, he's 10 years older than me. And I had to take care of him. I've passed him. He didn't go past 10th grade because he just couldn't, And it's a situation in which he can't be self-sustainable. And with autism, my stepfather, his oldest daughter is autistic. She can't even go to the bathroom by herself. So it's areas in which we have to set aside ego and come together as a community, because it's a lot to bear for the parents to deal with that for the lifetime of a child. Mm-hmm. It's a lifetime thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday journey. And it's an everyday just taking care. Like, we need a community. We need each other. Because, okay, if I'm bearing the whole weight of the world by myself, damn, it's heavy. But if Lightworker Wayne can put a hand on there, my brother can put a hand on there, my brother can put a hand on there, my brother can put a hand on there, my sister can put a hand on there. Okay, I can manage. I can manage it now. But if I'm trying to hold all this shit by myself, I'm going to collapse. Yeah. So I need community at the end of the day. That's the only way anything is going to get moved. Because it's not necessarily a cure for certain things. Yeah. Only thing is, I can make it a little bit better. Yeah. By adding to it, by getting help from other people. That's the only way to truly cure it. I can make it better. I can't necessarily cure everything, but I can make it better. Definitely. I can make it doable. I can make it enjoyable. I can make it fun. I can make street life fun. Yeah. By adding in books and education and love.
And that's what all of us play a part in it. That's what I'm saying. That's why all of us got our roles. ain't nobody I mean, and it is the particular people that's in the same role. They work together, whatever the case is. But everybody got their role. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their thing that they do to help our community. You know what I'm saying? We all come together. We all start working more closer together at different functions and different programs or whatever the case is. And like Wayne was saying, yeah, it is programs out there. But my opinion on whether there's programs out there, it will be more if these people actually reach back. The people with the money. Now, if they actually reach back, it'll be way more of us programs, way more stuff going on.
Because it's uncomfortable to wipe somebody else's child's ass.
That's
the nitty gritty of it.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable to deal with this. Okay, like you said, it's easy to say the military dude choked that man out, but I done almost choked my brother out multiple times because he's a lot. It's a grown ass man that's crazy as hell. And he's very energetic. He's hard as hell to deal with. And as a bro, I love him to death. But I be wanting to whoop his ass sometimes, and I love him. So I get it, cause it's a lot. That motherfucker was probably tweaking. Cause I know how schizophrenic people get. He was probably tweaking. Yeah. But if he had the education to understand, oh, this man has schizophrenia, let me give him space. Cause if you walk away from him, cool. That motherfucker gonna be crazy by himself. You can let him be crazy by himself. You trying to fix it. Certain shit can't be fixed. It can just be aided. You know what I'm saying? So you have to just let him do him over there. Stop trying to fix everything. And some people just be nosy and they don't really care. You just being nosy because you want to add some input and act like the hero. You not the hero. You done became the villain. You damn villain trying to pretend to be a hero. You ain't helping shit. You done killed somebody because you don't understand what that person is going through or the mindset of that person. That person has a very severe mental illness. Schizophrenia is some shit.
It is.
So it's a lot. And people in your everyday person doesn't know how to deal with that because everybody doesn't see or understand what that is. Man, so education and community is just a must for us. In the black community, we need it because we're the ones struggling with the shit the most. Because we got parents that are crackheads, we got parents that are going through shit, and people ain't never even had a parent. It's a lot of kids that ain't never even been to church that don't even understand the concept of God, and that's out here and killing niggas and don't have no empathy. Yeah. So that's the sickness that has to be cured from, and it's gonna take a lot of work. And it's not, like I said, it's not gonna be perfect, but it has to be done, or else we just gonna keep on dying. Keep falling lower and lower in the food chain, and in these white folks and all these other races not finna have no type of empathy for us.
Yo, man, that was definitely. I feel you, Q. And you know, man, I just get passionate when it comes to like the kids, man. Kids dealing with special needs, man, because I was in special need classes, so it's like when I give my information or I give some connections, resources, and a parent ain't taking it, it really angers me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I need to stop holding the world on my shoulders, bro.
Yeah, give some of that weight to me.
You got your brothers. You got your brothers. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to search for them, but they around. You got to search for them. You'll eventually run into a good amount of them, but your brothers are out here. Brothers and sisters, they out here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
And we got to cure the hate too, the self-hate, because there's some motherfuckers that'll be like, yeah, I'll help you, and then they'll wait till it get good and just drop that shit on you. It's a lot of it's a lot of YSL, it's a lot of slime life, people, and like I said, I love Thug is one of my favorite rappers. I love Thug, but at the same time, we can't as a community sit here and say, okay, yeah, he was living a righteous life. He probably wasn't living all the way righteous, and that's why karma caught up to him. I hope the best for him. I hope he gets out at the end of the day, because I don't think he was all evil, but I understand that that's the sickness that us as a whole community is dealing with. That lifestyle, slime life, what slime really means. Yeah. It means I'm finna drop the voter on you when it get heavy. I know. That's what it means. Life. So it's like we have to cure certain ideologies that it's not our own. It's really the conqueror's ideology that's still burnt into our minds.
Yeah. He was okay. So no matter what lifestyle it is, it's stuff that he presented to the world. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about the stuff that you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying? The content that you're rapping about. You know what I'm saying? Even when I rapped, I tried to incorporate a lot of good content when I was doing a little music. You know what I'm saying? I tried to put some you know what I'm saying, hey, go out there and get some money, go out there and start a business, go out there and do this, go out there. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't rapping about kill and kill. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy thing about it, Thug was still actually rapping about that. You done made all this money, you know what I'm saying? You letting these folks in the industry, these higher up people who are not our race, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Make you do it for a certain amount of money. So they'll make you do anything for a certain amount of money to the point where you'll destroy your own race, your own people for a certain amount of money, because that's what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just real life. They are doing that in ways that they see, but they see the money first. So they be like, oh, well, it don't matter if it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to hear it, they going to hear it, and I'm going ahead and bring it to them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to destroy themselves. Yeah. And I'm from that area. You know, I'm from Metropolitan, Cleveland Avenue area. You know what I'm saying? With Thug from, and you know what I'm saying? I done been a part of this background, you know, running around them streets, you know what I'm saying? So I know from firsthand that these folks are influencing people to do negative stuff, and I don't like it, but you know what I'm saying, I still listen to music like that sometimes too. It's fun to me, you know what I'm saying? I enjoy it, but you gotta have a mindset though. You can't let it take control of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, strong mind.
Yeah, you gotta have a strong mind.
There's a lot of kids that don't have a strong mind.
Yeah.
And that's gonna listen to everything Thug say and want to do it word by word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have the discernment to say, okay, this is art. I like what NBA Youngboy said. He said it's all entertainment. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? It's all entertainment, stop the violence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
trying to cure it, even though he's
he's a big part of it.
Yeah,
he's a big part of it. These young boys want to be Lil Durk, Youngboy, Thug. Even Future, you know, he older and he's still on the same stuff. Even though these are my favorite artists. Yeah, these are my favorite artists. I love Future. You know what I'm saying? I love Thug. I listen to NBA Youngboy. I listen to Dirt. I listen to all this stuff. But they are bringing so much negativity, so much of a shade of a dark cloud over our community. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And it's all for the money. And the main source is the people at the top. You know what I'm saying? That's not our race.
Yes.
Them are the people I blame first.
Yes.
And then I let it. And then I be like, okay, them, they started it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And they paying them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The people that's not our race. I'm gonna make sure I make that clear. You know what I'm saying? The people they paying the people that's our race to help destroy our race. You know what I'm saying? So we could be less of, even though, because we gaining in numbers. We've been gaining in numbers. We got a lot of numbers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So tear us down. You know what I'm saying? That's their plan. So I'm going to let y'all go ahead and go. But I do got something else to say, but I say something else when y'all ready.
As far as fashion, how you get into fashion?
Fashion, boring. we all from a community, I feel like, honestly, all of us are from a community where it's just like, you know what I'm saying, like where you gotta look nice. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing that helps gravitate certain things that you want in your life as a kid and certain things that you want in your life as an adult. You know what I'm saying? You want to look good, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to look bad, you know what I'm saying? You always want to look good now, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I want to look bad? I mean, that sounds crazy to me that I would want to look bad. You know what I'm saying? I just want to walk around, look, like, I want to smell and look. I want to be dirty, holes in my clothes. And, you know what I'm saying? That sounds funny to me because, I mean, we come from a community where we actually had holes in our clothes and we was actually like, dang, I got holes in my clothes, man. I got to go to school like this because we ain't have much. And then when we get a little something, you know, I don't want no holes in my clothes. I don't want my clothes dirty at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from that background. You know what I'm saying? What I had to wear, hand me down, different stuff from the people gave to me, you know what I'm saying? Thrift stores and Goodwill, bags full of Goodwill clothes, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it was, you know what I'm saying? So when you get older, you know what I'm saying? Certain people, you know what I'm saying? They get older, they be like, nah, I don't want to be dirty now, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? Another thing I want to bring up, because we was talking about something before the commercial, and I'm going ahead and put it in there, because I really wanted to say this to you, so they could know, because I planned on dropping game in this conversation. I dropped this game, but I'm saying I plan on dropping a game about building something for yourself financially. Okay, so I got a friend and two cousins that are actually into real estate. You know what I'm saying? They're actually into real estate. And these people who are into real estate, they live like the rappers. I'm just telling y'all young brothers so y'all can know y'all need to build something like get into some real estate houses or anything in particular as far as like creating. You know what I'm saying? Creating, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like inventions. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You could live just like the rappers. I got friends and cousins that got Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis. You know what I'm saying? Corvettes. Before like how the rappers when they come out and I got the new car before you even came out the first year. I actually know them people. Real estate though. They just don't look like me. So the young brothers don't get a chance to see it. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually dipping my hand into a little real estate right now as we speak too. You know what I'm saying? When I get bigger into it, I'm going to fill everybody in on more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be doing more like showing the young brothers like, look, I'm going to push up in that nice car. You know what I'm saying? That nice car. The new Rolls Royce or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm be like, young brother, you know what I'm saying? Look, I'm about to teach you something. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do them classes. You know what I'm saying? Like Wayne do. You know what I'm saying? A class. Well, we teach that. You know what I'm saying? Well, we could teach other stuff outside of being a rapper. And you ain't got to be a rapper to be, you know what I'm saying, to be fly. You ain't got to be a rapper to have a Rolls Royce. You ain't got to be a rapper to have a Lamborghini. You ain't got to be a rapper to have a big old house. You ain't got to be a rapper to have a condo. You ain't got to be a rapper to travel the world. You ain't got to be a rapper, basketball player, none of that stuff. Whatever. You could be a inventor, a creator. You could invest in the businesses. You could invest in the stock. You can do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that you could do and still live the life of a rapper. You know what I'm saying? The same life.
I gotta hit that too because you speak on forever a lot. So in rapping and NFL is all limited time things.
Yes.
You can only be a popular rapper for so long. You can only be in the NFL or the NBA for so long. Eventually your body is going to deteriorate. Eventually your popularity is going to go down if you're trying to be a rapper. You can own real estate forever.
Definitely.
You can get more houses forever. You can get into.
You could be 90 years old.
All types of shit and have. And that's the beautiful thing about real estate. It actually gets better with time. Your rap is gonna go down with time. Yeah. Your real estate gonna go up with time. So you need to change your perspective on a lot of shit. And these are the keys of the game that they don't want to tell us. These are the keys of the game that they're not trying to give us because boom. I might drop us, and you don't get no money off streaming, bro. You don't get no money.
Yeah, barely.
Rappers really not even having like that. They really, most of the money is coming from
shows, right?
And then your
team, management.
Yeah. But they taking all the money. You thinking they giving you this shit, but you don't own none of it for real. You feel what I'm saying? So getting into things like real estate, like Grant, you gotta look at Grant Cardone and people like that that's having trillions of dollars of real estate, buying jets and shit. You got to be a Drake level rapper to really get a jet. And really living life like that. And Drake is really Caucasian. Drake really Drake's a Jew. Drake got
he Jewish. He Jewish, definitely. He Jewish. Definitely.
So they moving on a whole different paradigm. So if you really trying to get in that bag, you need to tap, like you said, tap into real estate, tap into different things that's going to really take you to a place of wealth.
Because everybody ain't making it as a rapper. You could look at all these people that even when I was doing my rap career, I barely made money off my rap career. Barely made it. The money I made was off the stuff that I did in my life. You know what I'm saying? Me actually, you know what I'm saying, creating lanes for myself and creating certain stuff for myself. It wasn't rap. And I want that to be noticed about that because I don't want to be another person. Oh, yeah, he was a rapper, then Nah. I ain't barely made no money off no rap. I'm doing this straight from the ground. Straight from doing other stuff. Like, I was working, you know what I'm saying? It's different stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to work, you can go and get you a job, work, get your money right. You know what I'm saying? Put your money to the side, invest it or whatever the case is. And build it from there. You know what I'm saying? Don't go around thinking, oh, nah, I ain't got to have a job and I'm just in the streets and I'm just, get you a job, get some money. So, in order, it take money to make money. You know what I'm saying? We all know that. Yeah. Get you some money at a job or develop a hustle. Because hustling good, too, as far as, like, selling certain products, you know, like what we do. That's a way of doing it, too. You sell your products, you get you a job, whatever one you do, invest that money into something bigger and greater and keep growing it from then and there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people think they too cool. They think they too cool to work. They think they too cool to go to school. They think they too cool to you know what I'm saying? To go out here and sell anything other than drugs. You know what I'm saying? Or rob or whatever the case, whatever they decide to do, they think they too cool to do it. But at the end of the day, when you do get into it and when you do start doing it, you're going to see that it's safer and your outcome gonna be greater. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
And that's just what it is.
I feel like we breeding a generation of lazy, sorry niggas too, because niggas just want to smoke weed, get high as hell, sip lean, and get in the studio and think they had a successful day. And you know what I'm saying? And you working all night long.
Yeah.
So now your circadian rhythm is fucked up.
Yeah.
So and you high and you're an addict. You feel me? And that's what's the success path for most niggas. Young niggas think that it is. Instead of hopping into, I just got into construction and shit, just doing like drywall and painting. Bro, I done had $2,000 days painting houses and shit.
Yeah.
You can get the bag and have a sustainable bag and actually work for some shit.
Yeah.
We got to get back into the culture of being hard workers for real.
Yeah.
Not hard working in an illusion, imaginary world where you just said some shit, said some bullshit, repetitive shit that somebody else done said everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck the nigga, bitch. Huh? You heard them bars?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You think you had a successful day because you high and just repeated some shit another nigga said versus go get some real estate. Go learn how to build a house. Go learn how to do some carpentry. Go learn the actual trade.
Yep.
And get some education. Write a book. Learn how to structure a paragraph. These niggas think that they freestyle in the studio, getting high, getting a temporary high off this drug, and thinking they becoming successful. That's not how you truly achieve success.
No.
And if you get high enough, yeah, you might get a Juice WRLD level of success.
Yeah.
But you see how long that's gonna last. That's not forever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a forever level of success. That's a temporary illusion of success. That's not it.
Most
not
it goes back to what he was saying. Like they don't see that, so they go off what they see more.
Yeah.
So I guess if more people can show that, you know what I'm saying, more than 20 to the 1 can show people, then I think they can say like, okay, I can do this, I don't have to do that. But you know, I think it mean more balance, more 20 to 1. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and this good, like this platform. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad Wayne, hit me up. You know what I'm saying, to join, get on the platform. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? This is how we start. This is starting paths right here. You know what I'm saying? Us doing this for the youth. You know what I'm saying? It actually helping a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whether we see it all the time or not, it's helping a lot. And I done seen it help. I done had plenty of brothers and sisters. Plenty of brothers and sisters text me. Instagram, DMs. You motivated me. You helped me do this. You helped me change this. You helped me. You know what I'm saying? Like this is stuff is really happening. Sometimes you ain't gonna get all the text messages in the DMs though. You know what I'm saying? But don't look for that. Look for the fact that you're doing this out of your heart to change and help people. Yeah. Don't look for that all the time, because you look for that, because at the beginning I wasn't getting none of that. You know what I'm saying? At the very beginning I wasn't getting none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just pushed for something that I felt believed in. You know what I'm saying? Something that I really wanted for my community. I pushed for that, and then as I pushed, you know what I'm saying, it just build up. You know what I'm saying? Then now it just like flooded. You know what I'm saying? Like love. You know what I'm saying? But it's good though, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate this show, man. Definitely, man. I shout out the show, man, because this show definitely shows love to the community. Yeah. Definitely motivates, helps, grow, builds. You know what I'm saying? This is what we here to do. You know what I'm saying? And different stuff. And just like I said, I really want to get in their head, man. Young brothers. You know what I'm saying? Think about it, man. I know people who got Rolls Royces, jets, and stuff, and they not rapping. Go on my page and check it out. You go on my page, watch the drip. You know what I'm saying? You gonna see me with these people, or part of these people program, where we in Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, whatever the rappers got. We are not rappers. Quote, we are not rappers. You know what I'm saying? We just black men who decided that we was going to do something different, you know what I'm saying, and do something that was going to make it, you know what I'm saying, to the top and not have to hurt our community, you know what I'm saying, and that's what we decided to do. And definitely, man, definitely. It's all love, man, at the end of the day, man.
It's all love, man.
All love. I figured out the character,
okay.
Remember y'all asked me about the cut?
Yeah.
I figured out, man.
Okay, who?
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa.
yo, definitely.
Type of role, you know what I'm saying? Wiz Khalifa type of role.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You know, I'm shooting for my role model though. You know, Tupac. You know, I'm shooting for my role model now.
I got you.
I take the Wiz Khalifa now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He a little more sensitive than I am. I ain't gonna lie. He a little more, somebody make cracks on my feet or something. I ain't gonna care. You know what I'm saying? You can don't on my feet all you want to. I'm still gonna win at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. I'm with it though. I'm with it. The rector's cut. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, yo, man, just to really end off on everything, man. You know, I heard what you said about it's just been love you've been receiving, and that love is overflowing, and that's why that love is dripping. That's why you are Big Drip. That's why you are Washington Drip, man. So, you know. So I want to say everyone connect with this brother. He's an author. Right, he has an amazing book inspired by his daughter, teaching kids how to learn about themselves and how to develop. This brother is active in the community, making a change, man. He's teaching these kids that is more than just rapping. The real wealth is in real estate, stocks, investments, business, man. This brother is using his testimony of him being in the dark to give the light. So subscribe to this vibe, watch the drip, man, and make sure y'all subscribe to the vibe of motivational shit, man. Director Huey,
yes, sir.
G, man, my man Q, man, Crystallized Vision, Yale Entertainment, man. So hey, we all bringing the positivity, man. So let's get it.
Let's get it.
Radiocast.